Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. R8OBA, Inside Scheana's Affair with Brandi Glanville's ex-husband Eddie. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills first introduced controversial Vanderpump Rules star Scheana Shay as the catalyst for Brandi Glanville's divorce from Eddie Cibrian after being caught in an affair with the actor. While Brandi was still starring in the popular Bravo series, she had a run-in with the SUR waitress during a function hosted by Lisa Vanderpump. What came next was an extremely awkward interaction for the women, but Brandi prevailed, thanks to her sharp tongue. While the affair may seem like it happened ages ago, especially since Scheana has moved on, the saga made for compelling reality TV. More details of the affair were revealed when Vanderpump Rules Season 1 premiered in 2013, a spin-off to RHOBH. At the time of the scandal, Eddie and Brandi were still married. Scheana revealed she met Eddie 7 years prior, in 2006, when she was 21 and single. Scheana said after dating him for 6 months, she found out he was married, ending the romance. During the SUR setup, Brandi finally got her chance to confront Scheana, telling her that if anyone was going to cry, it should be her since she lost everything. At the time, the shell-shocked Scheana patted her eyes dry and let Brandi speak her mind. For years, Scheana was targeted by fans who considered her a homewrecker. The Good as Gold singer finally spoke out via X, formerly Twitter, noting that Eddie had ruined his marriage, not her. While the two women may not be best friends, Brandi credits Scheana for saving her. Brandi once revealed she believed Eddie's affair with the country singer LeAnn Rimes was a one-time thing. However, after finding out about his affair with Scheana, she knew her husband's words could no longer be trusted. In 2009, Eddie filed for divorce from Brandi, and the split was finalized in 2010. Eddie went on to marry LeAnn in 2011, 2 years after they hit it off on the set of the Lifetime TV movie Northern Lights. Scheana has moved way past the affair and created quite a life for herself since it came to light over a decade ago. Since starring in Vanderpump Rules Season 1, Scheana has been a main cast member for the last 11 seasons. The show has seen the ups and downs of her romantic relationships, including the start and the downfall of her marriage to ex-husband Michael Shea. Scheana went on to have several relationships on and off the show, but the one that stuck was with Brock Davies. Scheana and Brock got married in a tropical wedding in Mexico during the summer of 2022, and the couple has one child together, Summer Moon Davies. Besides her relationship thriving, Scheana is getting back into music. Following the resurgence of her song, Good as Gold, after Scandival, Scheana has been getting back into music. She released a song called Apples with the 27s, whom she mentioned in Vanderpump Rules Season 11. Scheana also came out with a song with the same band in January called Boy Crazy. Other than music, Scheana has a new acting role under her belt, as she recently appeared in an episode of Lopez as Lopez alongside her husband, Brock. It's safe to say Scheana has put the affair behind her. While Scheana's been living her best life since the Eddie affair, Brandi's life hasn't been as smooth sailing. Brandi was fired from RHOBH after Season 5 and appeared as a guest a handful of times throughout the years. Despite her downfall, Brandi has a resurgence for herself in late 2022 when she appeared on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Ex-Wives Club. Even though she had a few uncomfortable moments, Brandi was a beloved Bravo star again. She went on to appear in The Traitors Season 1 and another season of RHUGT. However, that RHUGT season she filmed will likely never see the light of day after something controversial took place while filming. The season, which was filmed in Marrakesh, Morocco, included ex-Real Housewives Brandi, Vicky Gunvalson, Eva Marcille, and Phaedra Parks, Camille Grammer, Caroline Manzo, Alex McCord, and Gretchen Rossi. During the trip, there was inappropriate touching from Brandi to Caroline, and the latter immediately left the trip. This has since caused a huge uproar, with Caroline accusing Brandi of sexual assault in a lawsuit filed against NBC Universal and Bravo. via Entertainment Tonight. Brandy threatened legal action as well in February, accusing Andy Cohen of sexual misconduct. Brandy mentioned a video from 2022 that involved Andy making suggestive comments towards her. However, Andy clapped back in a tweet, saying Brandy was clearly in on the joke, but he still apologized to her as he agreed it was inappropriate via Andy's ex account. Inside Scheana's affair with Brandy Glanville's ex-husband Eddie. The world of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has always been a whirlwind of drama, high society antics, and explosive revelations. But in the ever-evolving landscape of scandalous love triangles, power struggles, and feuds, few stories have been as salacious as Scheana Shay's affair with Brandy Glanville's ex-husband, Eddie Cibrian. To understand this chaotic affair and its impact on the show, it's essential to dive deep into the characters involved, the intertwining lives of the Beverly Hills elite, and how their personal dramas play out both on camera and off. Scheana, the fiery and outspoken RHOBH star, was thrust into a media storm when her relationship with Eddie became public. And when you add in Brandy Glanville, a woman who never shies away from stirring the pot, things were bound to get messy. The setup, how it all began. Scheana Shay entered the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in its third season, a relatively unknown figure at the time, but quickly establishing herself as a fiercely ambitious woman. She had been working as a waitress, trying to make a name for herself in the entertainment industry, and had an on-again, off-again relationship with some of the city's most eligible bachelors. But it was her connection with Eddie Cibrian that would change her life in ways she couldn't have anticipated. Eddie Cibrian, a former actor known for his roles on shows like Sunset Beach and CSI Miami, had already established a reputation for his tumultuous marriage to Brandy Glanville. Their relationship had ended bitterly after Eddie's infidelity with country singer LeAnn Rimes, another dramatic chapter that had played out publicly. Their divorce was highly publicized, with Brandy making no secret of her disdain for her ex-husband and his new wife. Eddie was embroiled in scandal, but that was far from the end of his chaotic romantic history. As Scheana's storyline progressed, fans learned that she had once been involved with Eddie during his marriage to Brandy. It wasn't just a one-time fling. Eddie and Scheana had been in a secret affair that she now admits to having kept hidden for a long time. The affair, behind closed doors. The affair began long before Scheana was a full-fledged cast member of RHOBH. Eddie and Scheana's relationship started when she was working as a waitress, and Eddie was already married to Brandy. While Scheana has repeatedly denied that she was the sole cause of the couple's breakup, the timeline of events makes the situation all the more complicated. Scheana has claimed that Eddie told her that his marriage was already over before their romance began. However, the fact that Eddie was married to Brandy at the time didn't stop their affair from spiraling out of control. The affair was not only an illicit relationship, but also an emotional one, as Eddie was allegedly quite the charmer. Scheana, who was looking for love and validation, fell for his charms despite the chaos surrounding his marriage. While Scheana tried to maintain a positive image on the show, often speaking about how she was moving on from her past, her affair with Eddie remained a point of contention. The fact that Eddie had 2 sons with Brandy only complicated matters further, as it became clear that Scheana was entangled in not just an affair, but a highly publicized and messy relationship. Brandy Glanville's reaction. A vengeful ex-wife. When Brandy Glanville first learned of Scheana's affair with Eddie, the reaction was nothing short of volcanic. Brandy, known for her fiery temper and blunt commentary, didn't hold back. Her entire storyline on RHOBH from that moment forward became intertwined with Scheana's actions, with Brandy confronting her at every possible moment. Brandy's bitterness toward Eddie's betrayal was legendary, and the affair with Scheana only poured gasoline on an already out-of-control fire. On the show, Brandy openly mocked and criticized Scheana, often referring to her as a homewrecker and making no effort to disguise her disdain. But it was clear that Brandy's anger was rooted in more than just Eddie's infidelity. It was also about the public humiliation the emotional damage, and the betrayal she felt. As a reality TV star, Brandy turned the affair into a storyline that kept her relevant. Her viciousness towards Scheana was almost poetic in its cruelty. She would bring up the affair in interviews, on social media, and during reunions, never missing a chance to remind fans of the other women in her marriage. What made matters worse was the fact that Brandy and Scheana were both prominent members of the same friend group on RHOBH, making the tension unbearable to watch. The two women were constantly at odds, and their confrontations were often awkwardly heated, filled with accusations, insults, and jabs.